I just want you to know you ate a bug on YouTube.
There we go. Welcome to New Orleans, Louisiana. Today, day one of our adventures here in the Big Easy. We're gonna do a swamp tour. We're doing total tourist stuff, right? So we're gonna do a swamp tour today. Then I think we're gonna check out Mardi Gras World. The girls are gonna dig that. But this will be fun for the girls. It's chilly. And here in Louisiana, everybody thinks it's really cold. It's like in the low 50s, but it's breezy. It's been kind of stormy. We had a storm last night. So it's windy, about 15-mile-an-hour northeast winds. We're gonna hang out in the swamp. What'd you guys think of it?
We loved it!
What was your favorite part?
The raccoons. The pigs!
Yeah?
Yeah!
You saw some pretty cool stuff, things you don't get to see anywhere else.
Yeah!
At least not that we've seen so far.
No.
So all in all, that was pretty cool.
Twins.
No, we are kind of twinsies, aren't we? That was pretty cool though. We had a fun time. Cajun encounters. That was pretty
Come
cool.
check them out.
And I bet you'd be a lot
Do it in the summer
Yeah.
though. You can see some crocodiles or alligators,
alligators.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
they got the alligators here.
We didn't get to see any because they're hibernating, but
And
it was
it's
so fun.
a little chilly. It did end up being cold. But we did another thing with Cajun Encounters, which I think that's tomorrow, where we're going to be doing the walking tour in the French Quarter. So CajunEncounters.com. I'll link them down below so you guys can see. And thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. Captain Judy did a great job. There's your plug.
Okay, so odds are you're looking at this wondering why are we sitting here staring off into a beautiful blue Louisiana sky on a relatively straight and kind of boring highway. Well, I'd like to take this opportunity as we cruise our way back into the city from the swamp to tell you about one of our instances. This one's a mistake I take full responsibility for. Now this here is the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, home of the New Orleans Saints. This would be the home of the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, that's Atlanta, Georgia. Mercedes-Benz Superdome, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Superdome, Stadium. The Mercedes-Benz Superdome does not offer stadium tours, much to my dismay. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium, however, does. And if you're not really careful when you're looking online to buy those really cool tickets to go see that really cool Superdome, you can very easily buy tickets for the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, not Superdome. About an hour later, I contacted Ticketmaster to let them know what I had done, to which they informed me that there is a no refunds policy on these
Sorry.
tickets. All said and done, I donated $100 to Mercedes-Benz. We didn't get to see either one of the stadiums, and my wife sure thought I was one smart cookie.
Well, I hope you guys got the gist of that from Lacey's pictures. She snapped a bunch as we could, and I did not know we couldn't film in there, so that broke my heart. But had some cool shots. Girls had a good time checking that out. It was really cool seeing the floats up close. And I've never been to Mardi Gras. I know Lacey and the girls never been to Mardi Gras, but I've seen some of the stuff on TV and seen other pictures, but I've never been that close to a float. So that was pretty cool. And to see how they were made, also pretty cool. Another foggy day here in New Orleans. We've got another fun day today. We're gonna hit the aquarium. We like aquariums. And then the girls have a kids tour. They're gonna do some little ghost hunting, I believe. And then we're gonna check out the butterfly garden insectarium. Lots of busy days in New Orleans. Omaha, calling an audible here. We elected to switch the butterfly garden with the aquarium and do the butterfly garden first. Seeing as how we got here to the aquarium and there was about 6 school buses that all let off about the same time standing in line. And seeing as how we're on limited time this morning before the ghost hunt, we didn't want to stand through that. We'd be there for an hour. So, butterfly garden, insectarium, here we come.
Hercules beetle?
Yeah.
Hercules beetle.
This Hercules beetle is 4 times bigger than the one I just got to touch. Honey, we just shocked the Tucker family.
a mealworm.
You gonna eat the mealworm?
I am gonna eat the mealworm.
And go.
It's not that bad.
Slimy yet satisfying?
No, it's like a taco seasoning little chip.
I just want you to know you ate a bug on YouTube. What do we got?
Not doing it.
Cookies?
Cookie with the bug on it.
Go for it. Just throw the whole thing in there? Scarlett? Are you kidding? Aubrey just did it.
Aubrey did it.
Good.
You gonna let Aubrey show you up? One of each, right?
I don't want it.
Really?
No.
Aubrey said it?
It's a tell her. It's a cookie with the cricket on there.
It's a cookie with a cricket on it.
So you just ate a cricket?
Uh-huh.
Nice job.
So I tried it too. And the cookie's actually pretty good. Aubrey's done it. Mom's done it. Now we got Scarlett. I know she can do it. She can touch all the bugs. She'll even let a bug crawl on her.
Why? I love bugs except eating a bug.
Let's try it. Ready? Let's get a close up of the cookie. There's cookie. It's chocolate chip. All right, ready? On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, and chew it out. Savor the flavor. Not bad, huh? Tastes like a chocolate chip cookie.
They're kind of like sunflower seeds or little popcorn type things, right? So,
I need some water.
Day 2 exploring New Orleans. We're gonna do a little walking tour of French Quarter and the St. Louis Cemetery. It's pretty neat in this town here. It's tight. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I know we're on picture only mode, going through St. Louis Cemetery here. We're not allowed to have cameras, blah, blah, blah. Being a good boy here, but I have got to interject with some absolutely fascinating story that I had to fact check this because I couldn't believe this would actually be true. So I checked it out on the internet, and it's got to be true because it's on the internet, right? As the story goes, Nicolas Cage, the actor, has an awful lot of history here in New Orleans. And he loves the city, he's fascinated by the city, to the point where at one point, and I believe it was 2007, that he bought the La Laurie mansion there at the French Quarter in New Orleans. Totally haunted, okay? Haunted building, haunted mansion, not a good idea. He thought it was a great idea because he thought it'd be a great place that he could live in and write a novel. I'm assuming a scary novel. Who knows? But either way, not long after he bought this haunted mansion, bad doings started happening around him to the point where, okay, 2009, he ended up going bankrupt and faced foreclosure on a whole bunch of properties. Okay, he ended up suing his money manager for negligence and not handling the money. Coincidence? Maybe. Curse from buying a haunted mansion? Maybe. All right, well, how about this one? As the story goes, and I didn't fact check this one online, so don't quote me, and you can look it up yourself, but apparently he's like one of the only guys, or very few guys, to get arrested for public drunkenness in New Orleans. Multiple times. I mean, okay, yeah, you can get the, the one or two that happens out there, but we're talking like multiple times in New Orleans, and it's the place where people drink, let me tell you. So, still kind of crazy, right? A lot of little circumstances point to, hey, maybe I'm cursed, or maybe I just have really bad luck. So either way, he goes and solicits the help, lack of options more than anything else, from some voodoo person in the world there in New Orleans, and apparently he's told that he is indeed cursed from buying that mansion. And the only way that he's going to be able to break the curse is when he dies, if he gets buried on hollowed ground. So here we are, St. Louis Cemetery number 1, like super hollowed ground, right? I mean, we're talking Marie Laveau, her tomb's there, allegedly supposed to be her tomb, she's buried there. A lot of other iconic names there. Long-term families go way back in the area, they're all buried there. So Nicolas Cage spends whatever money he's got left to buy this plot in St. Louis Cemetery number 1. Now, a lot of the locals really, really don't like him because of that, because they're pretty certain that he paid money to have bodies moved to make room for his tomb. So he makes this 9-foot tall pyramid is his tomb there in St. Louis Cemetery. There's not a single structure in the entire cemetery that's even close to shaped like that. It is the most sore thumb sticking out, odd looking thing in the entire cemetery. Now, there are a bunch of other tombs that are in that little area of St. Louis Cemetery that are substantially taller. I mean, you take like the Italian family, and they are, very nicely architectural around. You got some little creatures up there carved in. They put a lot of detail into it, right? So here's Nicolas Cage with his weird angular pyramid. Now, of all the other tombs that a lot of them taller than his, how many of those do you think have been struck by lightning? None. You want to guess how many times his has been struck by lightning? 5 times. I mean, come on. 5 times. Now tell me that guy's not cursed. I'm not saying I'm a believer, but things are kind of pointing in the wrong direction for Mr. Cage. I thought that was fascinating. Had to share it. Sorry. Back to it. So you know how much that just drives me nuts to be walking around carrying this camera and I can't film anything. But luckily, pictures are okay, so Lacey took a bunch of pictures and we use a bunch of those. What'd you think of the tour though?
I loved it, but we saw a lot of dead people.
Well, we didn't see the dead people, we just saw where they were buried.
That's what I like.
It was pretty neat. So, but now we're hungry, which is good timing because we're gonna wrap up our day with a little steamboat ride on the paddle boat Natchez. And I hope I'm saying it right. And we did that and lunch. That I'm sure I can film. Stay tuned.
is what runs the paddle wheel.
Yeah, so like Scarlett was saying, these steam engines are 94 years old. That arm right there, that's what's pushing the paddle wheel in the back. One of only 2 remaining actual steam engines in the interior U.S. I think the other one's up in Ohio, they were saying. So this is a cool experience. Last day in the New Orleans area. Today, it's beautiful, nice, warm, somewhat muggy Sunday. We're gonna check out some plantations. A couple of plantations that are real well known, kind of famous. The Laura plantation, it's a Creole plantation. Then we're gonna check out Oak Alley, which is another cool one, a nice antebellum style. Yeah?
Uh-huh.
All right.
It's gonna be awesome.
That's what I'm thinking. I like it. I like this kind of stuff. We'll see if the girls will dig it, but hopefully I can get some good footage. Chances are I can't film during the tour like everything else we've toured, but maybe I can get something after. Laura plantation house. I really liked it. The building was beautiful. The configuration inside the house, very much the old style. Lacey doesn't like closed off individual rooms. She's more of an open floor plan kind of girl, but the history and the story behind this place is fantastic. I'm glad we got to see it. Next up, Oak Alley. So here at Oak Alley, they have food, a little restaurant here, which is nice. A little old building they converted over to a restaurant. Had some pretty good fun. We even got to try some gator bites.
Tastes like chicken.
Kind of do, just a little chewier. Not bad. A little Creole seasoning, fried.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Other than that, though, the food was very good. We do have a tour still to do of the big house here of Oak Alley. No photography allowed in the building, so we can't take anything in there, but we can do the grounds. And the grounds are actually pretty fantastic around here. These are the iconic, sorry honey, gotta go away, live oak tree-lined walkways that are just beautiful. We'd take a house look like that any day.
I would take the property.
Okay, and she'd change the house up a little bit. Don't let her fool you though. She likes the columns on the house though. She does like that style.
Yeah.
I have figured that out. She just doesn't like the boxed off rooms and that's the way it was back then. You know, open floor plans. That wasn't a thing.
We could chop down walls. It's all good.
Yeah, it's just a wall.
Yeah.
Life would be good. That wraps it up for Oak Alley. It's too bad we couldn't take pictures inside the building. The building's fantastic. What'd you think of it, honey? Honestly, tell the people.
It's old.
It is old.
I don't know. He likes all this history and everything behind everything, and I just
I do. I appreciate the history,
go along with the flow.
the architecture. I had Lacey imagining us living in a spot like this with a building like this, and
I could live with the bland. The house side's good. There's no kitchen, which the kitchen was outside.
separate building.
I mean, it's not there right now. And then, yeah, it'd have to be redone.
It could be done. But even still, oh, sorry guys.
Sorry. Couldn't tell which way you were pointing.
The building's fantastic. I mean, the columns, there you go. The columns are great.
That's good.
The architecture's great. The dormer's great. You know, for even a boxed off room setup, here, I'll come around this way for you, honey. For being a boxed off, segregated room, the ceilings are super tall, which everything feels big.
It's 3 stories.
It
You
is 3
wrapped
stories.
around porch.
I love a wraparound porch. That will be on
A list.
a list of things we want to have in a house if we ever decide where we want to settle down. That is going to wrap it up for New Orleans, Louisiana. We sure did a lot. We tried to jam-pack a bunch of stuff like usual. Saw what we could see. Missed a lot of things, obviously. Never enough time. But I think we're going to top it off here with Oak Alley and say goodbye. Girls?
Thanks for watching. Make sure you give us a huge thumbs up. Click that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. See you guys later. Bye. And give us a huge thumbs up.
Yep, the
Give
huge
us
thumbs up.
And have your parents
Bye,
do it.
guys.
Thanks for watching, guys. Really.
Bye for New Orleans.
Bye.